Hi everyone, my name's Emma. I'm the current administrative and financial coordinator here at Sister Cities, and I am very sad that I will not be able to participate in the national gathering this year with all of you, but I am very excited to get to share a bunch of updates from the circles that make up Sister Cities. So, we are going to go through some of these updates together. And as we go through, I encourage you to write other celebrations to share in the chat, to use emojis to celebrate. And we received so much information from different committees, and I only have about 8 minutes to share it all. So I'm going to just pick and choose some of the highlights that really stood out to me. And with that, let's dive in. We are going to start at the national level teams. So first up is US policy, and US policy continues to amplify and communicate the words of our Salvadoran partners. And it regularly activates our urgent action network and to alert the whole organization of the latest news and coordinate a collective response from our members. One very exciting celebration is that the Urgent Action Network has been utilized to spread information about the Santa Marta Five, who are anti-mining activists in El Salvador, and they have recently been acquitted in their latest case, in part thanks to international activism and international attention. Well done, US policy. Next up is popular education. Pop Ed has resumed virtual workshops with the Workers' Defense Project in Texas and very active in honing the skills of the team members so that they are then able to provide really compelling and really powerful popular education workshops. Well done, Pop Ed. Up next is fundraising and finance. This team is still looking for new team members, so if you're interested, please reach out. Fundraising and finance has secured several new sustainers who support our work financially with a donation every single month. And this team met several fundraising goals for the year, including the mid-year appeal, and the flood relief project for Las Anonas, and also fundraising that helps to support 2 full-time Creep Days promoter salaries. Way to go, fundraising and finance. Next up is the personnel team. They hosted regular staff check-ins and have been working on a plan to help keep staff safe in case of emergency. And they did so much hard work to conduct annual reviews, hire a new US grassroots coordinator, the one and only Olivia, and they are currently in the middle of a hiring process for a new person to take over my role. So thank you, personnel. Speaking of staff, staff went through a lot of transitions this year. We said goodbye to Marin as a staff member and hello to Marin as a volunteer. We said goodbye to Olivia as a volunteer and hello to Olivia as a staff member. And we will be saying goodbye to me as a staff member and hello to me as a volunteer in the coming months. And we will also be welcoming a new staff person into the mix very soon. Go staff. Next up is the coordinating team. The coordinating team established monthly meetings with the Criptes Junta Directiva, and they also anticipated scenarios with the foreign agents law registration. They helped to develop plans and protocols for Salvadoran staff and also for delegations. They have done a lot of work to help make the national gathering happen, so today, and also have done a lot of work developing the national tour, which is ongoing right now as well. Way to go, coordinating team. And next up is the Sistering Council. The Sistering Council processed and strategized around the impact of the Foreign Agents Law as well, just like the coordinating team. And they have recommitted to solidarity, which is inspired by our sister communities. They have learned about the current realities in El Salvador and analyzed the parallels between the Bukele and the Trump regimes. Great job, Sistering Council. Next up are the Sistering Committees. So for our first one with Arlington, they have fulfilled their 2025 project commitments. They have regular board meetings in Arlington, and they continue to stay up to date with what's happening in Teosinte. Great work, Arlington. And Crystal Lake. For the Crystal Lake Committee, we have several members who are active in local organizing efforts and protests in order to stand up for immigrant rights and human rights. And they have also completed their 2025 project commitments. Way to go. The next one, Lawrence. They continue to support scholarships for 10 students in El Papatoro. Beautiful. And on a sadder note, our dear and longtime member, Bianca Storlazzi, passed away in 2025. Presente, Bianca. Next up is Chicago. Chicago is not going to be able to continue as a viable committee, but they did fulfill their final year in 2025 and their commitments to support Sincara. They have nothing but admiration for the work done by our sister community to build and enrich communal life over the last 30 plus years. They are interested in exploring a lesser level of support in the coming years. Thank you, Chicago. Next up is Austin. Austin sent a delegation to El Salvador in January. They are particularly happy to support Gojoyo in their heroic efforts to maintain control over their water system that they've built and have maintained for 30 years. They are also grateful to support the community's efforts to stop the seizure of land that was approved in court. Well done, Austin. And up next is Cambridge. They continue to focus on intergenerational delegations and report back in their community to build awareness and mobilize in the solidarity movements in their local area. They focus on historical memory to understand the current realities. Well done, Cambridge. And we have WERU, and their real activity this year was focused on setting up a 2-hour-a-week music program, Sabor Latino, which was hosted by 4 different volunteer DJ groupings with Radio Sempul. They record the programs and then send them electronically to play in El Salvador on Radio Sempul. Well done. Love to see it. Up next is MOFGA. MOFGA held an encuentro, so a meeting with the Bangor sister cities and WERU in August. And they're also holding an online raffle. And you can probably find a link in the chat soon if you want to view that raffle. The MOFGA committee is also hosting the tour. They just hosted them on Thursday, October 9th, and were able to arrange a tour of the Mountain View Correctional Facility, where this facility has an exemplary farming program and offers a stark contrast to CCOT, which is major prison in El Salvador. Great job, Maka. Up next is Binghamton. They held their annual garage sale earlier this month and successfully raised over $1,600. And all of this money goes directly to the network to support their annual projects that benefit the rural sistering village of El Charcon. Great job, Binghamton. And up next is Philadelphia. They have focused on increasing communication and strengthening bonds with their sistering community. This looks like bi-monthly phone and Zoom calls with the Directiva and discussing shared joint environmental concerns. They have also been working on a historical memory project and had their longest ever delegation to Las Anonas. Beautiful. And Bangor. Bangor has been sistered with Carrasque for the past 35 years, building close connections and reciprocal solidarity. Delegations have been a priority that occur every year or so, and the last one was in February of 2024. So none happened in 2025, but they have maintained close contact through a monthly call. There is a new reality that they are facing in Carrasque, unfortunately, and also in Bangor. The alarming changes in both of the countries threaten everything that we have accomplished together over the last 40 years. In their words, they question, so what do we do now? Well, they answer, we stick to it. We be there for the folks we have been in a relationship with for so long. Watch their backs the best we can, be creative, and continue forward. In other words, this is not the time to give up. And with that, well done, everyone. I hope you have a fantastic day today, and I look forward to connecting with you all very soon. Goodbye.